Here we have the, I'm going to try and pronounce this, Lammcou, Lammcou, flexible magic arm kit. Let's take a look and see what we've got in the box. All right. Little thank you card. We have your smartphone holder. Nothing too exciting with this. It is pretty much an all plastic build. Nothing too exciting about that. 1/4-20 mount at the bottom. And we have what looks to be a GoPro mount. Pretty standard stuff, all plastic. 1/4-20 at the bottom. Here, we actually have a really nice all metal clamp. Yeah, that's actually a pretty decent quality. Yeah, very strong. Like I said, all metal. And we've got some rubberized pads inside the clamp so you won't mar up anything that you're putting in there. But yeah, that's pretty nice. And then, finally, all right. And here we have the magic arm itself. Now this is really interesting. It's sort of a take on the Joby GorillaPod thing. These little adjustable arms, except this one, instead of being those little balls that all connect together, this appears to be, by feel, like there's a solid cable in this really thick rubber sheath. And you can position this thing just about any way you want it. I mean, it is solid. This thing is not going anywhere. You could even take this and, well, if you wanted to be weird, I mean, you could wrap that around your wrist if you needed to. More than likely, you're going to be using it as sort of a little mini tripod. Or you could even wrap this around something like a light stand. And what's interesting, if you didn't want to actually wrap this part around the light stand, you can take, I believe, this end, and this clamp here has 1/4-20 and I believe that's either 5/8 or 3/4. The larger mount, larger screw hole right there. Anyways, you can take that and put that in the 1/4-20 there. You can mount this onto a light stand or really anything that is jaws can open up wide enough. Let's see how wide this goes. All right, that looks to be about it. So we're maybe about, what would you say, about 3 inches or so? Mount that on there, and then here you've got the arm free to put pretty much whatever you want on the end of it here. That's also a standard 1/4-20 mount. I gotta tell you, this cable is so strong, I would have no problem putting a mirrorless camera on the end of this thing. I mean, that thing can take a lot of weight. Let's look a little closer at this end here. So it looks like, oh, there's a 1/4-20 mount right there. Then to rotate this, you just push that button in. And there you go. And you have 2 different positions it looks like it locks into. Then you can take this is a metal screw, but all of this is all plastic. But you can undo that screw a little bit, and now this rotates a little more than 180 degrees all the way around. This thing is fantastic. I definitely see me using this for something like, as a matter of fact, let me pull one out. You could take something like a little RGB light, and let's mount that right there. And now you have a really interesting little mount for your light. And again, you can take this end and mount this to like a light stand or pole. And then let's tighten that screw down a little bit more. Okay. And now you have this flexible arm to move your light in just about any position you could need it. I really like this thing. This is really interesting. I've seen these kind of sort of rubberized cable magic arm type things before, but I like what they've done here by adding these little 1/4-20 mounts at each end, and then you have the clamp on this end, and I think it's an interesting little combination. Looking at the price, this is a really budget priced item. I think you don't have to use, you don't have to use something as light as a smartphone. I mean, you could use, or a GoPro or a point and shoot camera, but I'm telling you, this cable is strong enough. I would have no problem setting this up and putting something like a mirrorless camera on there. So pretty nice. I like it.